Hi everybody and welcome to this edition of the Sports Hour with Alex Garrett. And tonight it is Sunday, September 26th, 2010. Hard to believe it's the last weekend in September, but sure enough it is. And we have a lot to cover. The Yankees struggling once again this past week. They play tonight. We'll get to that in a bit. Giants also struggling today. Mets got eliminated earlier in the week, but they do some damage to the Phillies today and yesterday. We'll get to that in a bit. Also, NHL preseason heating up, and pretty soon we'll be back on the ice following the NHL season. But first, let's talk about today's NFL matchups. And obviously, it was the Tennessee Titans against the New York Giants. And obviously, the Giants came into this game struggling, 1-1, not sure what to expect from them. And Vince Young and the Titans run all over them, winning 29-10. Young on the day going 10 for 16, 118 yards, and 1 touchdown. Chris Johnson also having 2 touchdowns with the longest run of 42 yards. So overall, the Giants just were dominated by the Titans. Eli Manning going 34 for 48, 386 yards, and no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. While in the running game, only 1 touchdown came from Ahmad Bradshaw. The other 3 points coming from a field goal by, of course, Lawrence Tynes. And that one was for 50 yards. And he missed 2 others, so he was 1 for 3 on the day. So with that being said, the Giants 1-2 now. They really needed to see the Redskins lose to the Rams, which did happen. Rams won at 30-16 against Washington in St. Louis. So that put the Redskins at 1-2. And they also needed to see the Philly Eagles lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That did not happen. Andy Reid's team defeats the Jaguars 28-3 in Jacksonville's home. Now, the other team in the NFC East, the Cowboys, won today. So they are also 1-2. So with those 3 teams losing, and of course the Eagles winning, Giants, Cowboys, and Redskins are all 1-2, while the Eagles, I believe, are 2-1 or 2-2 following the season. Now, let's go over to the other remaining games on the schedule today, as it was Kansas City handily defeating San Francisco 31-10. Vikings, Brett Favre getting their first win, 24-10 over the Detroit Lions, who are once again starting out winless this season. Patriots beating the Bills 38-30. Bills are 0-3. Patriots are 2-1. Also, the New Orleans Saints handed their first loss of the season, and the Falcons get their second win, 27-24 Falcons over the Saints in the Dome in New Orleans. I mentioned the Giants Steelers against the Buccaneers. One team was going to lose and not go undefeated the rest of the season, and that team would be the Buccaneers. As the Steelers, who are now 3-0, improved to that mark, defeating the Buccaneers, who are now 2-1, 38-13. Cincinnati Bengals going 2-1 over the winless Carolina Panthers as they lose to the Bengals 20-7. Ravens in a tough one against the Browns, but Baltimore comes out in front, winning 24-17 over the Cleveland Browns, who are still winless this season. As I mentioned, Cowboys winning, the Rams winning, Eagles winning, and Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts riding the momentum from last Sunday night's victory against Peyton's brother Eli and the Giants. Well, they defeat the Broncos 27-13 in Denver. Cardinals, Arizona defeating the Raiders 24-23. Cardinals improved to 2-1. And of course, the big play there was Janikowski's missed field goal. Finally, there was the Seahawks against the Chargers. Seattle winning 27-20, going 2-1, while the Chargers are 1-2. The big game tonight in Miami is the undefeated Dolphins against the New York Jets, and that's a big matchup in South Beach. And who will it be? Jets are 1-1, Dolphins are 2-0, and if you're the Jets, you really won this game, riding off that momentum against the Patriots, defeating the Patriots last week. We'll see what they can do. Also happening right now, up in the Bronx, is the Yankees against the Boston Red Sox. Now, the Yanks got some good news today, as if we go over here to the Major League Baseball schedule, the Tampa Bay Rays lost to the Seattle Mariners by the score of, 6-2 in Tampa Bay. So while Tampa Bay wins the series, it was a big loss for them. Maybe the Yankees can capitalize, and of course, the Mets winning today, 7-3 against the Phillies. But back to the Yankees-Red Sox game. Phil Hughes is on the mound against Daisuke Matsuzaka, so that should be a pretty interesting matchup at the stadium. 8 o'clock start. They're about to get first pitch underway, so I'm going to be watching that game as well as playing an essay. Other notable scores this weekend anyway, Texas Rangers, for the first time in 11 years, clinched the AL West against the, they played the Oakland A's yesterday in Oakland, clinching the West, so now they will play the AL East division winner, while wild card will probably play the Twins, who also clinched earlier in the week. So we'll see what happens. Tampa Yankees probably going to make it. I don't think the Yankees are going to collapse mightily. I think they're going to do okay and they'll make the playoffs. How far they get into the playoffs, well, that's a different story, and we'll find out in October. Alright, so that's basically your baseball and football update. Nothing much to talk about with basketball. Of course, we'll cover a lot more stuff, including Queens College Athletics this week, Tuesday at 5 p.m. I'll be back in the studio, by the way, doing the Sports Hour with Cam Singh and maybe Matt Frank. We'll see. But join us then when we talk about all of this and much, much more. And also tune in to WQMC Radio for some other tremendous programs. You got Alex Somer's show. You have a bunch of great shows out there, and we have some programming worth listening to. So that's about it. And by the way, if you aren't, I'd like you to like our Facebook page. Hold on one second. I don't know if you can see this, by the way, but WQMC Radio, I'd like you to like that page and help us out. We'd really like your support. Alright, so from my own home, I'm Alex Garrett saying, have a great night and a great week.
It's up to you.